Okay, good morning, boys and girls. We're going to start out first by reviewing some skip counting. So I've blown it up pretty big where we can start out with our skip counting, and then I will stretch it out so we can see the whole board. Alright, so hopefully you've already completed your skip counting with your 120 chart. Skip counted by 2s to 120, 5s to 120, 10s to 120, and then counted by 100s to 1,000. If you didn't, you need to go back and do that before you start the rest of your lesson. Okay, so today we're going to work on practicing counting by 5s with even bigger numbers. Remember, it is the exact same way, except the hundreds place is just getting larger. If you're having a little trouble, cover up your hundreds place and think about what would come next, okay? Alright, so we're going to fill in the blanks as we count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so we have 485. So think about 85. 85, 90, so 490 would go in the blank. Alright, now let's skip count again. 485, 490, 495, 500. So now we start counting again. We're at a 0. Alright, what's the first 5? 5. So 505, 485, 490, 495, 500, 505. What would come next? 510. So it'd just be like counting 5, 10, and next would be what? 515. That's right. Alright, now let's look at the next row. We're starting with 600. If you cover up your hundreds place, we have 10. So think about counting by 5s. 10, 15, 20. What would come next? 25. So we're counting by 600. 610, 615, 620, 625. After 25 is 30, 630, 625, 630, 635. Alright, in our bottom row, 940. So if we cover up our 900, we have what? 40. If we're counting by 5s, 40. What would be next? 45. So 945. 940. 945. What's next? 950. That's right. 955. What's next? 960. 965. I'm going to leave these on for you to look at and review. Alright, this is your practice today. Oh, they went on. I'll get your practice up, okay? And attach it. It'll be counting by 5s. As far as attach the wrong one. It will be similar to this one. Alright, now your next review is on the boom cards. Let me back it up so you guys can see. Alright, now, here we go. Alright, so On Boom cards today, you're going to compare numbers that are 3-digit numbers. All right, when we're looking at 3-digit numbers, that's a number that has a hundreds place, a tens place, and a ones place. Where will we look first to see or compare the numbers? We'll look at the hundreds place, the place that has the greatest value. All right, our card says when you compare two numbers, we use the place value to determine which number is greater or less. Sometimes the numbers are equal to each other. And we have looked at that, right? We've had a couple like that. Right, when we compare more than two numbers, we can look at the numbers that are the greatest or the least. So which one is worth the most or the least? Greatest means biggest, least means smallest. All right, so when you click start, you're going to have a couple of cards that's going to ask you about greatest and least. All right, if you click on voice, it will read it to you. So if you click right here and you can't read the words, it will tell you what it says. You'll click on the number. All right, after a few, it's going to get to the comparisons, and you'll use the symbols greater than, less than, and equal to. So I want you to play one game of this to review, and then we'll have a practice in Google Forms before you actually have a quiz on comparing numbers, okay? But I want you to practice again, and you can practice this game or the other game if you're still having trouble with comparing numbers. All right, now we're going to move on to something else today. As we continue that, we're going to have lots of things going on in math. All right. A big portion of second grade is about learning to fluently add. Fluently means to do it easily and quickly. All right, not wasting a lot of time. You need to know it without thinking about it. We really, by the end of the year, should not be using our fingers to count up or count back. We need to just know the answer, okay? And so that's why our standard says to fluently. That means quickly. So fluently add and subtract within 100. That means your answer should be somewhere in 100 using strategies based on place value, properties of operations, and or relationships between addition and subtraction. All right, we're going to learn some of those. All right, so today we're going to start learning about two-digit addition. And you learn a little bit of it in first grade, but I think because you guys did not close out the whole school year, you didn't get quite as much of this last year. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. All right, most of the problems you have completed have been one digit, like 5 plus 7, or 8 minus 3. We've had a lot of single digit or one digit problems. All right, our problems are going to get a little larger. These problems have two digits, a tens place and a ones place. All right, and when we add these numbers, you can't just add the whole thing at one time. You're going to treat it like two separate problems. All right, I like to call it, let's play hide and go seek. How many of you guys like to play hide and go seek? Yeah, I loved to play that as a kid. All right, when we do two-digit addition, we're going to play hide and go seek. All right, what we're going to do is get that tens place to hide first. All right, he's going to hide every time first. We don't want to see him first, so I'm going to make him hide. We don't want to see him. All right, so every time we're going to start in the ones place with your ones digits. They get to seek first or play first. All right, so you will add the numbers that are ones together. So we have 36 plus 12. All right, these are your ones digits, and these are your tens digits. These hide, and we add our two ones digits. So we add them. We start here. 6 plus 2 equals what? 6, 7, 8. It equals 8. So I can write my answer down at the bottom. It's 8. Alright, then my 10s finally get a chance to come out. Alright, then it gets to be the 10's turn. You end here on the 10 side. Alright, then you add your groups of 10. 3 plus 1 equals 4. 4 groups of 10s. So your answer is 48. 4 10s is 40. 8 ones is 8. 48. Okay? Now, in your packet, and when I say packet, I'm talking about this blue one. So you need to find your blue packet. Inside of it, you have a set of papers that say 2-digit addition, no regrouping. 2-digit addition, no regrouping. All right, that's the paper you need to get out. It looks just like mine on the board. Pause the video and find this group of papers. Press play when you're ready. Now we're going to do these together as some practice and show you how to add 2-digit numbers without regrouping. Alright, now the first thing we need to do every time is separate our 10s from our 1s so we don't get confused. Alright, so we're going to take our pencil on this first one and separate our 10s from our 1s. So we have the numbers 24 plus 23. Alright, I'm going to make a chart to separate my 10s from my 1s. Alright, point to your 10s column. Alright, this is my 10s column. Where are your 1s? These are the 1s. So I'm going to draw a little chart like this. It's like a T. I can put a T for 10s and an O for 1s if I want to show you which ones are my 10s and which ones are my 1s. I'm able to add. All right, let's go over it together. So who hides first? All right, our 10s are going to hide first. We're always going to start with our 1s. So let's start with our 1s. What numbers are in the 1s column? 4 plus 3. What's 4 plus 3? 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, let's play hide and go seek on the opposite side. Your 10s, what's 2 plus 2? 4. 4 groups of 10. What's your answer? 47. That's right. Let's go to the next one. All right, let's make our chart. 43 plus 13. All right, let's divide our 10s from our 1s. Here's my 10s, here's my 1s. got to play hide and go seek. Tens hide first. So cover up your tens. Now let's add. What's 3 plus 3? 6. Switch sides. 10 side. What's 4 plus 1? 5. Write it. What's your answer? 56. Alright, next one. Divide your tens from your ones. Alright, who hides? Tens. Alright, let's add our ones. 2 plus 2 is 4. Alright, 5 plus 3 equals 8. Alright, Miss Byers, I think is going to put them on the board so I'm not covering them up. Let's make them a little bigger too. You guys can see my answers. Alright, let's see if that's any better. Alright. Now. Alright, let's divide our tens from our ones. Alright, now who hides first? Yes, this side. So let's add over here. Alright, what's 4 plus 5? 9. And then on the 10 side, 6 plus 2? 8. Alright, let's try one more thing. I think it's going to be easier if Miss Byers puts it under the document camera and draws the line. We're going to get it where you guys can see it well. Sorry guys. Miss Byers will get it straightened out in just a minute. Here guys, look at that second row. Now let's make our chart. Hopefully that's a little easier for you to see now. Alright, let's play hide and seek. The tens are going to hide first. Now let's add. 4 plus 3 equals what? 7. Now it's time for our tens. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Our answer is 47. I'm going to blow it up on the second row, guys, so make sure you're still with me on that second row. Get a little bit easier to see. All right, your second problem on the second row. I'm going to make a chart. Tens and ones. All right. Always, always, always. Tens hide. plus 0 equals 9. 2 plus 5 equals 7. Alright, make your chart on the next one. Alright guys, who hides? 10's hide first. Ones, let's play. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Now it's time for the 10s. 7 plus 2 equals 9. 95. And the last one on this row, 42 plus 37. All right, draw your chart. All right, who hides? 10s. 2 plus 7 equals 9. Now it's the 10's turn. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 79. Alright, now the last row, I want you to try to do the last row. Pause the video, and when you're ready, press play and we will check them together. Alright guys, we're going to check them. Draw my charts for 10s and 1s. Alright, last row, bottom row. 10s always hide. It's very important that the 10s do not go first. 6 plus 2 equals 8. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Your answer should be 38. Check your work. The next problem, 84 plus 12, 10's hide. 4 plus 2 equals 6. 8 plus 1 equals 9. 96. The next one, 28 plus 51, 10's hide first. 8 plus 1 equals 9. Now 1's hide. 2 plus 5 equals 7. 79. 37 plus 62. 10's hide. 7 plus 2 equals 9. Now 1's hide. 3 plus 6 equals 9. 99. Alright, now let's look at the word problem at the bottom. It says bonus, but I want us to try it. Alright, I'm going to come back up to the board to do this one. Alright. Look at the right here. All right, word problems are very important. Let's look at it. Let me zoom you out so you can see me. I keep forgetting I've got you zoomed in. You guys bear with me. Next few days you may have trouble seeing me from time to time. All right, Linda had 35 marbles. Her sister gave her 13 more marbles. How many marbles does she have now? She had 35 marbles. Her sister gave her 13 more marbles. How many marbles does she have now? All right, what numbers are important? Let's circle them. 35 and 13. Now let's see if there are any important words that may help us know what to do in this problem. Alright, Linda had 35 marbles. Her sister gave her 13 more. Alright, the word more is important. More tells us to do what? If it's just the word more by itself, it tells us to add. Yeah. It says, how many marbles does she have now? So she had 35. Now she has 13 more. All right, we have to set it up just like these problems. Okay? So we have 35 and 13. We need to draw our tens and ones column so we make sure our tens are in the correct place and our ones are in the correct place. So I'm going to draw my chart first to make sure my numbers are in the correct place before I add. All right, 35. How many tens and ones in 35? 3 tens and 5 ones. Write 35 in your chart. It says her sister gave her 13 more. In 13, how many tens and ones? 1 10 and 3 ones. And I am adding. It's very important that we set our numbers up in the correct place value, or else our problem will not be right. It has to be the correct value or worth of each digit. All right, now let's add. Let's play hide and go seek. Who hides first? The tens. So add the ones. 5 plus 3 equals 5, 6, 7, 8. And then our tens. 3 plus 1 equals 4. What's your answer? 48. Alright guys, when you pick this page up, right on the back side of it, you have another practice. It starts out with 48 plus 31. This is the page that you're going to do for practice today. It's the back side of what we did in class today. You're going to practice this, including the word problem at the bottom. And then make sure you're ready with it tomorrow, because we will start off by checking those problems first before we go into our lesson, okay? It's very important you know this. It's also very important that you practice your reflex and those addition facts so that this part is easy for you. You shouldn't spend a lot of time adding, okay? We need to have that quickly ready for us. All right. Don't forget, if you haven't practiced your skip counting today, make sure you do that as well. All right, do your very best.